Here's another question. I was out on my lunch break running a few errands when I spotted a taco truck. It honestly sounded amazing, so I pulled over. A few problems, though. The truck was parked in the parking lot of a fire station, and everyone in line had matching shirts. Ooh, was this taco truck only for the firefighters and everyone working there? How do I get in on this lunch? That's from Desperate for Tacos in Des Moines.
This is boys. This is a choice cut. This is a quandary that I feel like nobody has really tried to solve. So like I feel like we have an opportunity right here to plant our flag in this fertile ground.
Now I'm going to give the question asker the benefit of the doubt and say that if the food from said truck had been given away for free, that would have been mentioned in the question, right? So
yes.
I'm going to assume that this wasn't like, the chief paid for lunch for everybody or whatever.
No, it's here. There's a food truck here, and they're selling their food, and you can come and get it. But this is clearly a function. This is clearly a firefighter function. And but what's the harm in?
Yeah, it's a business.
It's a business.
They do want to make money. Now, here's where I would feel bad if we're being honest. I hop last in line thinking like, well, I'll go last. And then some other firefighters line up behind me.
Yeah.
And they're waiting behind me. Do I need to rotate back and stay in the back of the line because I'm not a firefighter?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Or else you're not going to get your great, kimchi fries or whatever it is that you're getting from this food truck. Honesty, I wouldn't.
Please.
I wouldn't do it.
Well, no.
But I'm afraid of firefighters.
Yeah.
This is
I wouldn't do it because I'm afraid of doing the wrong thing in public.
Yeah.
So I would worry that I would get up there and someone somewhere on Earth might think, well, he shouldn't do that. Yeah. And then I would melt into the ground and die. And it's so also, that's what I need to avoid.
With a food truck, there's always the concern that you hand them the money and then they just drive away.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's happened to me so many times where I'm like, ooh, a nice gooey burger. I'll take one. Here's $15. Vroom, gone. It's like every time.
Every time?
Yeah, I'm starting to think about it, guys. I've never actually gotten food out of a truck. They always take my money and just drive right out.
You know what, Griffin? Now that you mention it, there's not as many food trucks here in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But, yeah, every time. Huh.
I did. They got a new one called Bite Me. It's a food truck with Asian street food type stuff.
You got food trucks in Huntington?
Well, sort of. It was in Barboursville. It was parked outside the Family Dollar that used to be a Rite Aid.
Glow up, upgrade.
I drove up there, right? And because I saw on Facebook they were there, and they were moving around a lot. So I was like, I'd love to try this truck. So I get in the car and I drive up with my family. I put my family in the car.
Okay. Well,
okay.
That's your
and
first
I drive
mistake.
up there. I get my mask. I think, well, we haven't had any sort of dining experiences in terms of like sitting in a restaurant or anything. And I'm not going to sit in this truck, but I feel like it's fairly safe for me to roll up there with my mask, get me some food, eat it in my car. So I drove up there and I go to the guy and I walk up to the truck and I'm kind of standing there and he's kind of looking at me. And I'm kind of looking at him, and he's got a Legend of Korra t-shirt on. That's not relevant. Just I want to get a little color in there.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of standing there like a dummy. And then eventually he's like, as if he doesn't know why I'm there, it just occurs to him. And he's like, sorry, we are sold out of everything.
Oh.
And it's like, I am me, so I'm instantly mortified that I have bothered this person who no longer has food. So I start compulsively congratulating him on such a successful sales day.
Normal.
That's wonderful.
I was just checking. You win. I just had to stop by and say I heard that you did it, and I just wanted to confirm you did it.
He said, we won't be here next week, but we'll be here the week after that. Now, I want to say two things about this person's business strategy. One, They did not tell me where they would be next week. So there's other places I can go to. You saw my car. It's 5 feet away.
Right.
He would not reveal to me where he was going to be. So it might have been a secret firefighter only invitational is the one thing I want to say about this. The other thing I want to say is like, when you run out of food in your food truck and you've told people where your food truck is, shouldn't you at that point drive away to a different location? Your restaurant is empty. It's no longer a restaurant. Now it's just a truck with a picture of a walk on the outside. Please drive away. Please don't make me walk up to your empty truck. That would be like me walking up to, at that point, I'm walking up to any truck.
Yeah.
And just expecting
You
to be
got
served food. Hey, you got food?
Well, and here,
Make
Justin,
me feel like the asshole.
if I might suggest, a food truck saves you. Like if you're in a restaurant, right, you have to wait for food supplies to be delivered to you. If you run out of food in your food truck, might suggest driving to the store.
Yeah.
Just go get some more food.
And then come back and keep making more money.
Do you think one of the toughest parts of owning a food truck is investing in a really good hiding place for your food truck? Because and you can't be able to, people shouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
If you aren't slinging bergs. So like it's a truck, so it's big. So like getting garage space for it must be pretty tough. You think it's just like a big tarp that they throw over them?
I'll tell you what I do, Griffin.
Yeah.
Palm fronds.
Palm fronds.
Yep.
It's
That way,
good.
anyone comes by my house, in front of my house, it's just a big pile of palm fronds. Nothing to see here. Just some palm fronds.
That Korean barbecue truck is covered in palm fronds. I'm not following the aesthetic, the theme.
Justin, I want you to know, it really bothers me, and I want to admit I can't quite put a finger on it. I don't know that you did anything wrong, but something about getting in a car to drive to a food truck is weird to me.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that the business model was such that the reverse was true. But if a food truck parks somewhere and then says, you have to come to me, I feel like maybe something has gone wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong, but then if that's the case, they've limited their audience to a Venn diagram of Family Dollar employees that would love a banh mi on the go.
Yeah. Right.
Which is not, I'm not saying is zero, but is that a sustainable business? I don't know.
Well, then what about drive it around, maybe play some music from the top to let people know you're coming.
Now we're talking.
And you just run out of your front door and get a banh mi.
Do you want banh mi's? They're so crunchy, crunchy green.
No, go on.
I don't know that I can do this again. We have pork flavor and have tofu, queen.
Tofu. Okay, was there a comment there?
Important question.
Yeah.
We got tofu, queen.
That was a sort of interjection. An interjectory queen.
I'm tired of giving away free money to other businesses that don't deserve it. I want to make some money for our business.
That deserves it.
That deserves it. Because we're promising young people.
And we're doing our
have
best.
A truck. Listen, if I could drive around in a truck and podcast, I would.
I mean, fucking Alex Jones seems to have figured it out.
Let's go to the money zone.